and welcome to this episode of What You Think, where we are going to be discussing the third episode of Marvel Studios' latest TV show, What If. But first, before we even get to that, let me introduce some of the panelists we have, which, if you've been listening, comes as no surprise because we're the same people all the time. You're joined by me, Momo, Mel, Fez, and Jang. But before we even start discussing the third episode of Marvel's What If, which I'm really curious to hear if Fez liked it, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the most viewed trailer of all time.
Yes,
Does anyone know what it
yes,
was?
it's
Drum
Spider-Man
roll,
No Way
please.
Home. It was
Have you seen
amazing.
the Kermit meme where he goes,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
keyboard, right? When he was like, "What's up?"
oh my god, that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer! Wow, what a trailer! Did anyone watch the leaked version?
Oh no,
It was
I
just me.
didn't.
No.
It was just me
Yeah,
who
just
couldn't
you.
stand it, and I just watched this shitty CGI version with someone named Wasila Malui or something. With her thing watermark. That was hilarious. But wow, what a trailer! Took the internet by storm. I'm gonna start off with Mademoiselle Mel. What did you think of the trailer? Anything stood out to you? What makes you excited for this movie? And are we gonna see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? I would bet 1,000 ringgit yes.
That's essentially what I was going to say because I just can't wait for this. And when I saw Dr. Ock as well, I was like, oh my god, huge flashback to my childhood. And if Tobey Maguire comes in and makes an appearance, I would so love that. That would mean everything to me. But I am just hoping that if they were to release any future trailers or anything of sort, they just I hope that they won't show him in the trailers yet. I kind
don't
of
think
want
they
it to be like an
can.
absolute surprise, even
Yeah.
if we're all being really sus about it. But I am so excited. I can't wait.
Cool. How about you, Fez? You seem overly excited.
Oh my god, I am so excited. Like if Momo and Jack knows this, like I've been on the group chat, I'm literally like, what the hell is the trailer? We've been waiting so long and
You've been
it's
waiting since
finally
Loki.
we have. Oh my god. I wrote a lot of notes on this. So I just
Oh.
love how I did just for the trailer. But I just love how it became from the two Spider-Man movies, Homecoming and Far From Home. It was like this high school, light-hearted, fun film. And this trailer, it just flipped to this serious and high stakes. And I feel like now it's really shining on the quote, great power comes great
Comes great
responsibilities.
responsibility.
For
And
sure.
I think for the first time also, not an adult, it's the first time we see a teenager's perspective of how it would affect his teenager's life when when he has to deal with being a superhero and
Mm.
handling his life. It's the first time. Normally we see it in adults, but this is the first time we see it in a teenager's perspective. And I just love how it's so different from the other Spider-Man movies we've seen. And I love the synopsis. If you guys read the official synopsis that Sony put when they said, for the first time in cinematic history for Spider-Man, his identity is revealed to the whole world. And I was just like,
Mm.
yes, like it's something different. I'm so excited.
Actually, they
Giving
revealed his identity in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse before he died.
Oh shit. Oh.
I'm joking. I'm
Oh,
joking.
giving
oh
me
well, oh well, oh well.
I'm-
this is
Oh,
giving me
oh,
Hannah Montana the movie vibes.
yes.
uh,
Oh my god. I literally
you're
listened to
trying
the
to live two lives, Peter.
I literally
You can't
listened to the
have the
soundtrack.
best of both worlds.
Hell yeah. And
I digress.
I don't know about you guys, but I got so much goosebumps for this, especially from the music. The music was so
Yes.
cinematic and it feels like it's ending. I don't know what, like, do you guys
Mm.
feel like it's ending because of the music? It really does feel like they're gonna wrap it up, but we really don't know if they're gonna wrap it up or
Not if
not.
this movie makes money.
Probably will. Like, oh my god, but like what Mel said, seeing Dr. Ock and even seeing the bomb from Green Goblin, honestly,
Yes.
I hope William Defoe comes. Please,
He
Then
has
it's Dane
to.
DeHaan.
no, no,
He has
no,
to.
no,
He
no,
has
no,
to. He
no.
has
No
to.
hate on
If he's
him.
not, I'm gonna
Oh
cry.
god, I
Yeah,
hate
I'm
that
gonna be like,
goblin.
no, I cry. Oh my god, yeah, but I am so. Oh my god, I'm also excited to see the interaction between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. I
Mm.
feel like we got really little in Infinity War. We only got like 2 seconds. Now we're getting 2 hours. I'm really excited to
Nice.
see that. I love Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Holland, so I'm very excited to see that. And yeah, like when the trailer came out on Wednesday, my friends in the UK and we already started planning. We're already like, all right, we're going to see on the first screening. We already decided what time, which cinema. We're ready.
Which cinema are you going to? I want to go to the BFI IMAX.
When we are on a budget, too expensive. We're on a
I
budget, yeah.
Can you imagine how Toby Tom Holland must feel like, growing up watching Spider-Man and being in love with it, and now he's like there with
Next to
like
the
this whole
Spider-Mans.
exactly
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, how to be him.
It's mad. It's mad. It's a multiverse of madness, some would say. But
Yeah.
how about you, Jang? What did you think? Can you match Fez and Mel's enthusiasm? I doubt that. It's too early in the morning.
Yeah, no, but it's no. I was excited for Shang-Chi and Eternals, but after this trailer, I don't care about them already. I just want to see Spider-Man.
You're like,
yeah, everything that Mel and Fez said, like, oh my god, that trailer was good. It had
My
everything.
God, man.
oh
Fantastic.
my god.
My god, my
Oh my-
god, it had everything. And like I was even in a class when it came out, and then like
Oh
I just don't
really?
care. I just muted the class. I got better things to do. So then like I missed the question, but whatever lah. Take my mark. I don't care. I got to see the trailer. So like
Yes.
so like oh yes, speechless.
Very nice.
It's very very nice. And for no, it's like it's not another like setup movie, like Shang-Chi, they're
Yeah.
setting up a new hero, and then
Yeah.
Eternals a new
Eternal setting up.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
is we've got everything already. Let's go crazy.
Yes.
So like yes,
Let's
so
go crazy, crazy,
crazy
Yeah, but how about you, Fez?
I know.
Anything to add?
I just want to ask all of you guys: do you think tickets will be crazy when it's pre-sale like
I
Endgame?
think
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
see
about you
Endgame
guys.
level. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
insane. But the
Yeah.
difference is, I think no movies are coming out in December. I have no idea. So
Oh
they might just give all
really?
16 screens to Spider-Man. I would not be surprised.
Oh.
Because you're getting something insanely multi-generational. But I just have yeah, Mel.
Given the whole situation, I am always trying to avoid going to the cinema. But if like Spider-Man is gonna go on
Yeah.
to the cinemas, I'm gonna wear like 3 face masks
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
gonna go. I am
Oh, you
not
could just
missing a
get
movie.
vaccinated.
Yeah, if Australia makes it easy for international students. But yeah, I am definitely going. This is a movie I will not miss at all, for sure.
Oh,
same.
I hope the reaction is the same as Endgame. If you guys watched the first screening, the crowds went wild. So I'm so excited to scream with them in December.
I just have to say, watching Endgame in KL, I'm not sure if it's like a general thing or the crowd I was with, they did not cheer or scream at all.
Oh,
So when
You went to
Captain
the you went to the old
Oh.
people screening.
That's the thing. When Captain
Oh.
America was like Avengers Assemble, I was like, "No!" And then my friend was like, shh. I'm like, guys, please, how can you be quiet in a movie
Oh my
like this? So
god.
I am excited that I'm gonna watch in Australia because I'm hoping the crowd will be even more like, hype. So
Yeah. I hope I have a good crowd because I remember when I watched Rise of Skywalker, the crowd was dead. Like when it ended, it was just like silence.
They have every right to be.
every right
Oh,
to be.
like compared to the Last Jedi, I remember we were like hollering and clapping at everything, and the kid was like, "Woo!" But yeah, I love the trailer. That goes without saying. But I just have one worry, and it came up yesterday in Instagram group chat. I really hope they make these villains, have the right motivation, right? And I think a lot of
Oh.
the memes have come out where Doc Ock is like, Tony Stark built my inhibitor chip. Let's kill him. And then
Yeah, yeah.
like Electro is like, Tony Stark put me in a
Ah.
vat of electricity. And then Green Goblin, Tony Stark impaled me with a glider or something, or he bought over Oscorp. I don't know. So because when you're thinking about the Sam Raimi films, especially, let's not get started on the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I think is just a dumpster fire, especially Goblin. Give me your blood, Spidey. No. Okay, fuck you. Really don't like that movie. What did he say? Curse you, Spider-Man. Ugh, whatever. But yeah, because they have so much layers, and they're kind of the best villains like Thanos. They believe what they're doing is right, and you can sympathize and see their point of view. So I really hope we don't get a Doc Ock here or
Mm,
the Green Goblin who's like, hey, 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 let's kill Spider-Man. I don't want them to be cartoon villains. I need them to have like good motivations. But yeah, I have
that's a good
trust
point.
in Kevin Feige, and I think we are going to get the Shang-Chi reviews that have come out. I really hope cinemas are open next week astounding. It's like a huge 92% of Rotten Tomatoes. Eternals, by all means, you get a the Oscar-winning director and Best Picture person to helm the movie. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great, and you're going to get this fan servicey, multi-generational film loved by, I think, people from the ages of, who grew up with those movies,
Yeah.
who brought their kids to those movies. It's just going to be an insane
Yeah.
multi-generational thing.
I
Maybe
know.
the most multi-generational thing since a Star Wars film. So I can't
Mm.
absolutely wait. So I think Black Widow was good, but it was very not. It was a start to Phase 4. Like, okay, same Marvel stick. We've seen it all before. I've seen this film before. I don't mind the ending,
Living up to fandom.
but I think as we go into Phase 4, especially with these three movies in a row, I think we're here for something really, really special. But yeah, Mel, please.
Yeah, like the whole thing about it being like multi-generational as well. You can have like I don't know how old. Okay, probably not that old. Like parents and like the kids who grew up with Tom Holland, etc. Parents who grew up with Tobey Maguire and stuff. Like everyone's gonna really enjoy this movie, I think, in different aspects. So I'm really looking forward to that.
How about you?
Jang.
Yeah, Jang.
Oh yeah, no, it's just that this Spider-Man is the first movie where I really, really need to see it in cinema. Like for
Mm.
Shang-Chi and all that, I'm just like, okay, I guess, too bad, whatever. But then this one, I'm just like, I need first show IMAX screening, like the
Oh,
best possible
same.
everything. Yeah, like so. Yeah, this movie really, I'm so excited until I don't know what to say about it. But I just know that I have to go
Would you go
full
to
on for
Singapore?
everything. If I have, well, I'm on holiday, so technically I can lah. So whatever lah, I'll go lah.
If I had to.
Yeah, do the
If I
14
had
day
to.
quarantine. Oh no, but then they'll accept vaccines. Hopefully they will accept your vaccine and you can just go in and out.
Yeah,
Because
just
all
I'm
vaccines
coming
are
here
good
for your cinema,
vaccines.
then I'm going back, so it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Thailand is
I
Thailand is better because Thailand has like a huge IMAX. So
mm,
Yes, but then for Singapore, I think there's an IMAX in the
it's shit.
Changi
Yeah,
Airport.
Oh,
yeah.
in the
Yeah, yeah,
airport
yeah, that
itself.
is. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I could literally just land and then just be like watch it,
Bye.
not even go out. So like, oh, very good, very good.
I think it's really clear
Yeah.
that Marvel is really trying to raise the bar, and especially this year, I think you have a lot of time given like lockdown and COVID and stuff. So, yeah, what do we all think about what if?
What? What's
Oh,
that?
oh.
because
I
because
don't
I
want pivot.
personally
I don't
think
want pivot. I don't want pivot. I want Spider-Man. I sound like J. Jonah Jameson. I want Spider-Man. But just one more question. What has you guys worried about this movie? Like, where do you think you go? Like, what's the worst possible thing that could happen? Not
Ooh,
delivering Poppy and Andrew?
ooh.
Or
Give
as they
me
say,
some time to
Tandrew?
think.
Tanjiro.
I would bet
Uh,
like a lot of money. I think they are going to show in the movie. I don't see any other reason why they wouldn't. And why would Doc Ock say
Yeah,
hello, Peter, to Tom Holland? He don't know. But did
that's the
anyone
thing.
see this on screen? What is it?
Sorry?
The suit that Holland was wearing at the end is
Oh, yeah.
very reminiscent of the suit that Toby was wearing in Spider-Man 3 when
Oh,
he
yeah, yeah,
was
yeah. I heard,
when he
heard
met
that.
what's her name? Aunt May.
We're gonna see
It's a
both
it's a
Aunt
blue shirt
Mays.
and like a
We're gonna see both Aunt
oh.
Mays. We're gonna see both Uncle Ben dies again.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna I'm gonna bet. Okay, let's record this. I'm gonna bet you 1,000 ringgit if Toby does show up, because what is it?
I
A lot of
think
people
he
have
is.
complained about the Spider-Man movies, the MCU
Oh, really?
Spider-Man movies,
Mhm.
where what is it? It's kind of annoying how Spider-Man feels like Iron Man Jr., right?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
always running off to father figures. We have Iron Man in Homecoming, and then over here we have him running over to Doctor Strange. But I think this is the movie where Spider-Man is going to become Spider-Man. The one that
Yeah.
he's about to graduate from high school and all that. And I bet you 1,000 ringgit that at the end of the movie, when Toby Maguire and Tom Holland meet, he's gonna go something like, "With great power comes great responsibility," and then everyone's just gonna like
Yeah.
laugh.
Mm,
I'm
mm, mm, mm.
I'm gonna bet you that's gonna be a line in the movie. But anyway, I digress. I think Mel alluded to it earlier. Let's actually talk about Marvel
Yeah.
Studios. What if? And I thought this was a good episode, but I'm most curious to hear what who's fell,
Fell.
Oh, who's
Fell's thinks,
fell?
because will episode 3 turn her around? Ooh, I'm curious.
Huh?
Oh,
No, did it turn you around?
it didn't. It seems very sad.
I'm kidding. I was genuinely
Yay!
invested in it. I had a lot of fun.
Very
it
nice.
had some flaws, but the main characters and storyline, it made it up for me. I think it's because the reason why I liked it is because I had no expectations of what it was about, and I had no idea what the storyline was about. I think
Mm,
because there was so much press about Captain Carter and
T'Challa.
T'Challa from the announcement, so I had higher expectations, but we really didn't know what episode 3 was about. So I think that's why I liked it. Yeah.
I'm just curious, what was your favorite aspect of this episode? Was it Loki?
No, 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 it wasn't.
Oh,
It's Nick Fury, which I'll get into
interesting.
later.
Very nice. How about
Very nice.
I'm gonna pass it to the other Tom Hiddleston here. Mel, what did you think? And was
Stand
your favorite
too.
thing in the episode Loki? Because I really like
Huh?
Loki in this one.
I really liked how it kind of felt like Marvel was listening to what I said. Probably no, they're not. But I remember
Kevin
my
Feige is
review.
personally listening to what you
Yeah.
think podcast,
In like
dictating.
episode 1, I was like, if
Mm,
you're gonna do what if, go crazy, make someone
mm.
die. Well, I got what I wanted because
You got
literally
5 of
almost
them.
everyone died.
This
Oh
was
yeah,
a
This
Suicide Squad.
episode.
yeah.
And I think that's what I really enjoyed the most this episode. It was the unpredictability of it all, and it wasn't as cliche as the first episode,
Mm.
Yeah.
and that's what I really enjoyed. This felt very Marvel to me,
Yeah.
like in comparison to the very first episode. So I am starting to like the show, I guess. So that's a really good sign. My favorite part of this episode,
Loki?
okay, Loki being there is really cool. I have to admit, I really like that. But I like that he cared for his brother, and like I like that how in 2012, like, well, his idea of vengeance is different this episode, which I really enjoyed. I like seeing that parallel there. So yeah.
I just have a question. But what is it? Before we get to Jang, didn't he kill his brother in the first Thor movie when he got bitch slapped? Thor died, right? In the first
Um.
Thor movie when he got bitch
Oh,
slapped by the destroyer. Remember the boo like destroyer? Okay, brother, you leave this planet alone. Okay, and then destroyer
Oh,
just left him.
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
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 Thor
yeah,
died,
yeah,
right? So why?
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
What? I was like, so do you care about him? I'm a bit confused. Or did when he finally died, did you start caring about him? I was like, okay, but whatever. But yeah, you Jang, finish round us off. What did you think? What you think?
Yeah. What you think? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very good. I liked it. Very good. No, and
Thank you.
I
And
kind
that's
of
all. That
agree
concludes
with
this
what
episode now.
no, I agree with what Fez said. Like since there was no expectations
Mm.
whatsoever, we didn't know what it was about. So when you turn it on, I'm just like, okay, what's happening? And then Iron Man die, I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And then like one by one they were dying, and then like we don't know why, we don't know how. I thought it was just a bunch of coincidences. Like I don't know,
Oh.
the thing didn't work, and then Barton just for some reason shot Thor. Like I thought it was just like whoops. Like it's just
Stupidity.
every bad thing that could happen just happened. But there was actually a reason, which was
Mhm.
really good. And yeah, it was such a twist. I didn't even think it would be Hank Pym.
Ant-Man. Mm.
Until yeah, actually
Hope.
I
It's
want
all
to know
about
from you guys.
hope. Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when did you guys realize that it was Ant-Man?
It was all about hope. I was like, is it Ant-Man?
Oh.
I was really dumb. I was like, I still didn't get it. I was like, until it was only revealed. I was really, really dumb. It was only until the reveal. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was
I
me.
I didn't get it as well until I saw the series.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
Can I
And
just say
I
how
was
much I
like,
love Mike? I love Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. I just love his voice. I like in the
Mm.
movies when he says Scott, he is scat. Scat. You can't put
Cat.
scat. You
Yeah.
can't mess with the defibrillator. But another thing, when did you guys realize that it was Nick Fury as Loki? Because I was like, when did Nick Fury do that? And then I was like, oh wait, it has to be Loki, isn't it? And then when he multiplied, I was like, yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
oh
that was
yeah.
fun.
yeah.
That was good.
No, I remember like when Nick Fury did the whole backflip thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
the
yeah.
heck?
That's all right.
And I was like, I found it really funny at first because Ant-Man kept charging towards him, but he just kept bitch slapping that little like
Yeah.
Just
to
like
the floor.
Like-
Yeah. And I was like, so all of the Avengers couldn't do that, but Nick Fury can for some reason, and he has one eye covered as well.
Yeah. Good for
And then
him.
he's But then I was like, oh, it's a little Hiddleston. It was Loki, and okay.
Yeah, when
Can I,
when he did that backflip, that's when I knew. I was like, oh, that
Same.
must be Loki.
Yeah, same with
And
Harvey is a foot.
yeah, same with
y-
Jang, yeah.
yeah, and then when oh, the nice one was
The
remember
laugh?
when
No.
Natasha, when she was fighting
Mm.
like the air, and then I was just like, oh my god, it's an invisible guy. Then I
Oh,
realized, no
oh,
wait, tiny guy. It's
I was thinking
oh,
Ghost from the Ant-Man movies.
yeah. That was the
I
first
was
thing I
thinking
thought
that,
too.
yeah.
Then like no,
Invisible.
there was one hit she got like right on the chin like that, and it
Mm.
was a small dot, and I was just like, it's a
oh,
small,
wow,
it's small.
Wow.
oh, wow. I was so
Yes.
oblivious.
Yeah, but
Me
yeah,
too.
so good. Like what a twist. What a
What
twist.
but since we're on like this high choo-choo train of everything we love, can I just say how great Nick? Let's just go into positives and we'll touch on negatives later. But
Yeah.
can I just say how great Samuel L. Jackson is as
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fury in this one, especially him
Mm.
having to play Loki playing Nick Fury. He was so deliciously
Yeah.
devilish, and oh my god, I love
Mm.
that laugh. It reminded me of the Hitman's Bodyguard. You just get a good Samuel L. Jackson laugh. That oh my god, it was so
You didn't
delicious.
just get a good Samuel L. Jackson laugh. You had a
Multiple.
multiple.
Did.
Samuel L. Jackson is he's honestly when I think what he might be one of my favorite actors ever because when he's there, he's never a bad part of the movie. You know what I mean? He always brings his A game. He's always entertaining to watch. But for me, what I love the most about this episode was I think it was good to have something story based and not character based, right? Because you can't
Yeah.
really do much to develop a character in 30 minutes, but you can tell a
Yeah.
pretty interesting whodunit story in that time.
Yeah.
And I think what made this episode the best for me was it was the same as last week where it gave me a appreciation of T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, but over here it gave me it made me reminisce and think about the Avengers, what they stand for, Shield, all that good stuff, and the spirit of the Avengers, especially Fury's speech at the end. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
development
Yeah.
and that what is it? Yeah, I thought it was very nice. There was a lot of surprising amount of depth, and it gave a
Yeah.
newfound appreciation to everything. But yeah, how about you, Fez? What did you like? What do you
I
love?
also agree with you, Momo. I love Nick Fury. He was definitely the star of the show with his sassy and witty comments. I also love how they explored and showed more of the relationship between Coulson and Fury. It was really
Mm.
entertaining, and most of the comedy came from them, and the comedy was really good. I think my favorite comedic scene in the episode was when Coulson and Nick and even Hawkeye was stunned on how amazing Thor looked. They're like, "Oh my god, he's gorgeous!" I just found that really funny. I know we didn't get to see Loki's not the point of the show, but I just love seeing him there as a cameo, just being just us seeing him as his old self in 2012 of him being naive and persistent. And I just love how he just wants to appear, he's just there for fun. Like he'll just try to get as much screen time as possible and be like, hi. Just for I love that a lot.
Yeah,
And
it's the tool by the week.
yeah, like
Something something.
I
I
agree
forgot the
with you
quote from
also,
Loki. Damn it.
Momo. I like the storyline. I thought the storyline was interesting on who murdered the Avengers. It was very interesting. I also like the idea, especially at the end, like how they explored more of Nick
Exploded
Fury.
Hulk.
No. How like they explore more of Nick Fury's intentions of the Avengers initiative, and this when he said this, I was like, oh my god, wow, that brought a lot of depth to the episode. He said, "Shield is people willing to give their lives for something greater than themselves to save the world from men like you." I thought that was very powerful and it brought a lot of depth, and yeah, that's why I really like this episode. Yeah,
Can I just add
yeah.
something? But I forgot what I wanted to add. I thought technically again the action here was incredible. A shot I really
Mm-hmm.
loved is the one they were when you meet Natasha playing with the computer and you slowly pan to her in this dark hallway. I thought the lighting, I don't even know
Oh
anything about
yeah.
lighting, but
Mm.
the action cinematography was just hilarious. And oh my god, I just love the way the Hulk died. Like I was like, what the fuck? Just explode. I was like, what the hell is going on? And also, I like how for some reason Mark Ruffalo is now in the Incredible Hulk. Good for him. But he looked really dopey. Is it just me? He looked really dopey. Like,
Yeah,
hi,
a bit dopey.
I'm a bit dopey. But yeah, how about Jang? What do you think? What you like?
No, I just really like that the humor, the Coulson, he was like, "Sir, he's gorgeous."
Yeah.
And then like even what's his name, Hawkeye was like, "Oh damn, he wasn't kidding about the hair."
Right.
So that was really good. And yeah, which one do you guys? Which one was the most gruesome death? Like out of all the deaths?
Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah,
Hulk.
Hulk's
Yeah,
was
he
the
Oh
worst,
my
took-
right?
Ugh.
Like, what was
Yeah.
that?
No, like even when they showed like how Hank Pym enlarged his heart, I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
like
He
what
can't
the
die.
hell
He
happened there?
did.
Yeah, like oh damn, that was
Brutal.
oh. Yeah,
Yeah, for
even not like
sure.
after I saw that scene, I was just I just didn't I didn't feel good. I was like, "Ugh."
I know. I saw him expanding and I was like, oh
Yeah.
god, it's the the Suicide Squad flashbacks.
Oh
Did he go?
yeah.
Did he go up the butthole? In retrospect, Thanos. But yeah, anything else that stood out to you, Jack?
Yeah, it was all good. Like I really no like yeah, the humor, the yeah, just
The story, yeah.
yeah, you guys covered everything. I got nothing else to say.
How about as an
Yeah.
Iron Man fan? Were you sad when he died? I know you like
No,
your man.
yeah,
What?
but like
I know you like your
what?
Iron.
No, but like yeah, like no, when he died, I was like, what the fuck? Like I know that we've seen he's had his whole story already. This is another universe. Who I just don't care about this universe. He's not alive. But yeah, I like the fact that Nick Fury said that it's a team of people. So like even though that the five of them died out of the six, like it's like it's okay. We still have the Avengers is not these six. These six people are not the Avengers. The Avengers are always changing, always expanding, moving to different. So yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that. So it's kind of telling us that forget about Iron Man, forget about Captain
Let the
America.
past die.
Mm.
Kill it if you have to.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
all Black Panther. They are the Avengers now, and yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
How about yeah, man? What did you think? What you think? Anything
I
that stood
lo-
out to you that you loved?
Basically, I don't want to repeat everything that everyone has already said,
Repeat.
but I just have to point out like the whole thing about Thor's beauty. I loved how they incorporated it because it reminds me of like that meme of how Thor uses Pantene and
Oh
like,
yeah.
feel like they really took that on board and they really made it as a joke this time around, which I love. Another thing is that I think no matter what universe we're in, Iron Man was just bound to die. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, I
And
see.
Oh, that's
another
dark.
thing was that at the end when they were talking, well, we had the caskets of all of the dead Avengers, and
When
you
did they
already
have
see
time to
that.
make that logo?
Yeah. And they also had like Thor because you saw the hammer there. And I think in this universe, it was like he just met Thor and, he didn't even like see
It makes no
what he can
sense.
do in like 2-3 seconds. But immediately he was like, oh, yeah, this guy would have been an Avenger.
Mm.
He is an Avenger. I'm like, okay, moving a bit too quick there, bro, but all good. And I yeah, I guess just stemming off from what Justin said, I am excited. I think it's a really cool concept that like what if we have an entirely different Avengers team. So not the originals that we had, but with other people, you know. But I feel like they're just everyone's dead now. So I'm like, okay, so
Except the captains. We
except
got
the
two
captains,
captains at
yeah.
the end.
Yeah, we have the two captains and it's all females too. So
Steve
that's an
Rogers is a
interesting
female?
take. Oh no, sorry. Oh, are we not gonna
Marvel
get
and America.
are we
Oh,
not
you
gonna
meant it
get
was Carter. Oh, I get it. I
yeah.
get it. Cause oh yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought it was America. Did they
Oh
show it was Captain
smack.
Carter at the end?
I thought it was
Oh
Captain
no.
America too. Because
Me
they
too,
showed
Oh, it's
but
the
Captain
yeah.
human
America,
suit.
it's a
sorry.
star. It's a star.
Yeah,
It's not
Oh,
yeah.
the
the New
star.
Jack
So it's
yeah.
Captain America. So what happened to Captain Carter? Is this a different universe
Another
then?
Yeah,
multiverse, I
different
guess. I don't know.
timeline.
It's
Oh
just
come on. It would have been fun to see her come back as well, actually, because I feel like we should
Yeah.
explore her a bit more. In
Mm.
episode 1, we didn't really get to know her. We just saw her fight.
no,
You
but
know,
yeah,
it
see,
would have
because
been a good opportunity.
it's not the same universe because Hawkeye's dead.
Like,
Ah,
So,
true.
so yeah, this is all separate universe. Can I just also add one more thing? Every time he says "I am the Watcher," I just go, "Perv."
oh yeah, and also do you remember
You could
that
see
scene
it?
when Carlson was driving back and
Oh
then the
yeah.
Watcher was in the sky?
That
I
was
was like,
really
Oh
oh.
yeah,
cool.
that was smart.
Yeah.
I
No, I
like
like how
that.
he's just chilling. He's just there like, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good show, good show. But if we're gonna move into our negatives, I do have a few, but I'm gonna pass it to Jang first. Did anything stand out to you that you were like, it's a bit weak, or anything you wish improved?
Um,
Anything stood out like a sore thumb?
the only thing that kind of got me, but very little, was how little Loki cared about Thor. like
Oh.
like no, he was kind of like what is that? Oh, we're coming to invade you, but it was more like Thor was a good excuse to invade.
Yeah, it was.
True.
So it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah, yeah.
yay.
And
Like my brother is dead, he doesn't care. He's just like, yes, finally a reason. Let's
you
go. He just
you
start
would
freezing
think
people.
that they would bring Thor to Asgard. No, why is he buried on Earth?
Exactly
Hmm.
what, like why? So like
Yeah.
Another
Mel,
thing
give
is
us
that
your
like
negatives.
now that well Thor is dead, Loki could have ruled Asgard. Why does he
Oh
need to
yeah,
come
why
down
you go
instead
down?
for Earth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, kill two birds with one stone lah.
It's
So
true.
like yeah, so that was the only
Midgard and
thing that kind of
Asgard.
bothered me. But other than that, I liked it. Like that was yeah, that's the only thing that sticked out for me. Yeah.
How about you, Mel?
I can't think of any negatives.
Wow.
I
How about you,
know.
Fez?
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
I have
I
two.
have some. Oh
Oh, of
yeah, I
course,
also
you know.
have two.
Pulls out a list.
Oh yeah, it's a list again.
Can I get? Can
It's a
I guess one
book.
of them? I think we're gonna have the same negatives. Can I guess?
Go for it. Yeah,
Black
go for
Widow.
it.
The
Yeah.
voice? Ah,
Yeah.
that's
And
one
And
I
then
then
liked.
like
what's
Yeah.
the,
Oh, yeah, Mel, please, please.
what was
I
the
didn't
other
like
one?
the voice acting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean
It
like
was
did you
not
not
Scarlett
call
Johansson,
Scarlett
right?
Johansson back because
They
you
didn't want to
didn't
Yeah.
pay
pay her
her.
yet? Is that why?
Oh.
But
They ain't paying her jack shit.
I mean I okay, Lake Bell, great job, right? But no.
She
I
is
want
really good as
Scarlett.
Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn show.
Oh,
But
okay.
no,
Okay.
no, this is where I kind of differ because at first it was just jarring. I was like, oh, that's not ScarJo. But then sometimes at the end, I was like, that does sound a bit like Scarlett Johansson. When
Really?
she has the deadpan, I think, right? Like, yeah, yeah, Fury, hi, like that. You know what I mean? The deadpan, but she doesn't have the spunkiness that
Oh yeah.
ScarJo has. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Like, ScarJo has so much spunkiness, and at the beginning also, I thought, why didn't they just use the same line delivery from Avengers? From Iron Man 2. Because one of my favorite lines from Iron Man 2 is the way Nick Fury goes like, "I have bigger problems than you. I have like problems from the south of Mexico." That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
lines in Iron Man 2. So I don't know why they didn't
Yeah.
deliver it the same way, but that's
Yeah.
very nitpicky. And I just have to say, I love Iron Man 2 more than most people do. I think it's just a ridiculous, fun, good time, and two stupid villains. Like you have the stupidest villains ever, but
Oh
they're so much fun.
yeah.
You have Mister I Want My Bird, and then so he just destroys the cars, and then was just so funny. And then you have Justin Hammer, which is also one of my favorite villains because he's just so weird. Like I eat ice cream, I eat dessert before it's European. No drones, no drones. So just yeah, I love
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 more than most people. But yeah, I digress. Fez, please give us your negatives.
Yeah,
And I
I
guess the
agree with
funny one.
I you guys guessed it right. I really didn't like Natasha's voice acting as well as also her character. I felt like it wasn't Natasha or Black Widow or it didn't act like her. I just felt like I was seeing someone completely different, you know?
Mm,
And like I know Captain Marvel only had one sentence at the end, but that didn't sound like Brie Larson at all. For me, that also like turned me to. I was like, hey, that's not her. It sounded
they don't want to pay the
so
women.
yeah, come on, Marvel. Personally for me, for the animation, Bruce Banner doesn't look like Mark Ruffalo at all.
He
I was
feels like a
like,
dope.
wait, yeah, I was like, that's Bruce Banner. That doesn't look like him. And this is just like really picky, but I guess it's fine. It's forgivable. But I wish we saw like maybe a montage to see a bit more of how Hope was a superhero and how she
Mm,
sacrificed herself and the relationship with her dad, so that when it came to that fight scene between Hank and Nick Fury, we could understand his anger more. And I mean, like, okay, this one is really, really picky. I didn't mind it, but I don't mind. I wish they picked a different like villain to like make it a different villain so that it's slightly
uh,
more interesting. Because
believable.
personally for me, I don't care about Hank.
Oh, I love
Hope
Hank Pym.
I don't. So that's why when the reveal came, I was like, okay. I wasn't like, woo. I was just like, okay. I just wish it was someone different, but I was okay with it. But I don't know also if people who didn't see Ant-Man, will they be lost in wondering like, oh, who is Hank and who's Hope? Ant-Man, I think they'll get, but if people who didn't see it, will they be confused on who these side characters are? So yeah, that's my negatives.
Mm, for sure. Yeah, something about the animation for like Bruce Banner as well. His Hulk form doesn't seem as intimidating to me. I think it's because
Oh, yeah.
was he drawn like smaller than how he usually is? He just looks like a big broccoli. It wasn't really intimidating in my opinion.
And I can see that comparison because you have the hair, the florets,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can see the comparison right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And the shade of green was not right, I think.
Right? Yeah, it looked very cartoon.
You look broccoli.
It looked broccoli. That's perfect way to describe it.
No, I
guess
can
we
see the
found ours.
animators like, what is that? Why you drawing so small? He's huge. Why are you drawing like that?
Momo, what are your positives? Did we go through? I mean,
Uh,
negatives. Did we go
Negatives,
through-
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was the same as Fez, just about Widow's voice. It sounded like Johansson, but it didn't. And the other thing is, why
True.
didn't they just kill Widow in the beginning? I mean, not the beginning, sorry. Because
Ah.
Ant-Man was already there, right? So why didn't he just find a way to just give her a heart attack out of nowhere? Why did he wait for Widow
Yeah.
to go computer? And why do you have to fight her so aggressively? You just kill her off easier, I guess. But I guess that made Widow a formidable opponent. But really, I have not much to nitpick about, except I just hope the quality is consistent. And I think story-based what ifs are more interesting than just switching a character, right? In
Yeah.
my opinion, because there's not
Yeah.
much to go off with just switching a character and going through the events of the movies. But when you give me a premise like, what if this and that, what if that, it makes for a much more interesting story because I don't want to see movies I've seen before that are probably done better. But yeah, that about does it for me. Does anyone have anything else to add?
I have a small thing. Like, no, it's
Tonsberg?
kind of like, no, yeah, it's a Tonsberg kind of thing. It's no, okay. First thing is, isn't the Nexus event not that Iron Man died? It's more that
Everyone
Hope
died?
joined Shield
Aha.
because
Okay.
Oh.
Makes
because
sense.
she,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that should have been, but of course that's boring lah. Because like, what was the
But if
Nexus
Yeah.
Hope
event? Oh,
joined
Shield.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's boring. So, but to me that's kind of the Nexus event. They kind of like, yeah,
Ooh.
whatever. And then also Hank Pym, when he said that Hope died, he said that she died in some Odessa mission or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was curious, like, where the hell have I heard that before? So then I looked through, and do you remember in Winter Soldier there was a very quick reference? It was Natasha was saying that she got attacked in Odessa by the Winter Soldier, and they killed the engineer, and he shot the engineer through her, and that's why she has a bullet hole in her, not a bullet hole,
In
but
her
she has a
belly.
scar
In her
in her
belly.
belly. Yeah, so
Mhm.
I guess in this one, Hope is that engineer lah, and the Winter Soldier killed her lah. And then shot
Oh, that's
yeah, and
very
shot through,
interesting.
Interesting.
yeah.
That's a
So
deep cut.
like, yeah, I think it's Odessa. They're both. I think it's both Odessa. So that kind of lines up. So I guess that works.
But yeah,
Hmm.
if we're gonna talk about Easter eggs, one I really got a kick out of was when Widow said, "Move or I'll make you move." I was like, "Hey, that's from
Mm.
Civil War." I
Yeah, yeah,
clapped
yeah, yeah.
because I knew that
Mm.
line. That was one that stood out to me, and obviously seeing it's just funny. T'Challa goes to the UN and brings the world together.
Oh,
The wise
yeah.
build bridges and the foolish build barriers, and then Loki goes to the
Loki is
UN.
like,
The
hi.
unspoken truth of humanity is you crave subjugation. You were
I love.
made to be
I also.
ruled. I love that speech. Every
I also
time I
love
hear it,
how.
good stuff.
I also love how Loki was so cocky. He was just walking there with a smile, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna rule the world." I love that.
Yeah, I especially love the ending where like he finally got control of Midgard. He's ruling Midgard. I'm like, you nice, Loki. At least in one of these universes, you actually succeeded.
Yeah.
But we've seen what he does when he rules. He does nothing. He's not like brings prosperity. If anything, he just makes another play. He's just gonna make another play on
He
Earth.
just
I don't know.
he
Shoot a
just wants
movie or
people to
something.
kneel to him, and that's all he wants.
I said,
Oh.
Yeah,
but yeah.
he just eats grapes. He's just there like nom nom nom.
Yeah, watches
So
himself.
Odin is still sleeping here, I guess.
I guess
Oh
so,
yeah, he's still
He has to
sleeping. What the
divide.
hell?
He has to divide his time between two places. But thank God, Odin was asleep. Or not? You know where Loki would have showed up? On Zoom.
Where? Oh
Oh.
But yeah, how about Mel and Fez? Any Easter eggs that you stood out to you guys?
Just the UN one, because that made me think of like the Cha-Cha one. Yeah, that one was the best for me.
Cha cha. Hey cha cha.
Cha-Cha.
Cha. Hey cha cha. I love the way Nebula says, "Hey cha cha." How about you, Mel? Anything Easter eggy?
Oh, Easter eggy. I don't know. I was
Aw.
just pretty much blown away by the story. I wasn't paying attention to any Easter eggs, but I feel like I've mentioned the two or few that I've, yeah.
I'll
earlier.
say one more thing. Um, I kind of forgot that the Avengers, the events of Thor, Iron Man 2, and the Incredible Hulk all happened in the span of a week. That's
Oh
kind
Oh,
of crazy.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
that's
shit.
interesting.
crazy
Yeah.
week. That's a
Oh.
crazy week. So Carlton was really going up and down in those movies, but
Yeah, I agree with Momo. I think that was why this episode was very successful. They didn't just do it based off one movie. They combined all types of movies from Marvels and make it to one episode. They just pulled off different events from different movies. I think that's why it was great, because it wasn't focused on one movie. It focused on different movies, which was, yeah, why it was successful.
For sure.
so I
Yeah, it
guess
really, yeah, it kind of gave clarity to those other movies
Mm,
also, saying that,
yeah.
they're
and like
happening together at the same time and da da da. So like, oh, it's, yeah, that's nice.
I
Also
have
gives
bigger
power.
problems on what is it, the south of Mexico.
No, I like how you're just like, you are not the center of my universe.
Yeah, but that line, the line delivery in Iron Man 2 was so much better than this one. This one was just a bit flat, right? You agree? In Iron Man 2, it's
Yeah.
just so funny.
Mm,
Yeah,
And
I
then,
agree.
just what did you guys think of Iron Man 2? Fez? I think Jen probably likes it, but Fez and Mel, any thoughts on Iron Man 2?
I can't remember. I
let
think
me.
oh, my letterbox is all over there. I can't remember. I think, did I rank it as, I can't remember. I need to check my letterbox. I don't know if it was,
Okay, no worries.
I didn't like it or I didn't hate it. I was just like, I think in the middle. I think it was all right. Yeah,
I
I
think you
think it
should.
was all
Yeah,
right.
I think it's due for a rewatch. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. One of my favorite parts is that line. I can't remember, but Tony's drunk and he goes like beep bop beep beep or something at the D at his
Oh,
birthday party. So yeah, how
Ah.
about you, Fez?
oh yeah. No, I was just wondering from all of you, how did you guys find Iron Man's voice in this one? I thought it was okay.
It
Like
was better
it,
than yeah,
Yes.
fine,
yeah,
perfectly fine to me.
it sounded like RDJ, so I was quite impressed with that. Yeah.
Maybe they just took the footage from Iron Man 2 because there was no
Oh,
difference, right?
really?
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah. Just
similar.
really?
Oh,
Oh,
smack. Really?
I'm
oh, no
guessing,
wonder.
but I don't think so. So maybe I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, with that, I
Huh.
guess we should wrap it up. If any, in the event of any other questions, I can't wait for next week's episode.
oh
Which
actually,
for now
since
you
you
have
was
something
talking
to
about
say.
no, since you're
Yeah,
talking
please.
about Iron Man 2, right? Do you guys think that was Peter Parker when you know that
Oh,
that
that
kid that he
one, the
saved?
little boy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
think that's him or
Oh
Why
yeah.
not?
I think
Why
it's
not?
him.
At this point, I'm just
why
gonna say
not?
yeah. Why? Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
The
Right?
why
timeline
not?
is the timeline is ridiculous. The timeline in these movies are ridiculous. Like remember in Spider-Man: Homecoming, 8 years later. What the heck?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Everyone's
then
like,
that
what?
means it's 2020. Yeah, yeah, that does more.
Because then if we say everything happened in one week, what year is this? 2008, 2012? What is happening, right? So
Mm.
maybe it's like the X-Men movies. Who cares about the years? Just follow this comes first than the other, right?
Yeah, that's better. Just like
Yeah.
that. Don't put
At
numbers on
least
it.
with this one, the characters are somewhat consistent, unlike the DCEU.
Oh, that's so
But
true.
yeah,
DC, you're
part,
trying, but you gotta try a
partway.
bit more.
So the overall consensus is this was a better episode 3 than Loki episode 3, yeah?
I
Oh,
was
hell
just
yes.
about to say that, but yes, for
Lmao.
sure.
it's not
For
an episode
sure.
of what you think we don't talk about Loki
Episode
episode 3, but
3.
yeah, I guess that wraps up this week's episode of What If. Thank you all for listening to us and joining us. Please comment, subscribe to us on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever it may be. Engage with us on our comment section, anywhere that you please, and share it with your friends, family, whoever you think would enjoy this podcast. And this has been Momo, and on behalf of Mel, Fez, and Jang, I say to you, au revoir.
Adios. Thank you.
Bye,
Adios,
guys.
vámonos.
Bye
Bye.
bye.